Welcome, one and all, to A Late Show. I am your host, Stephen Colbert, and we are live. Where's the thing? Does it say live anywhere? Live, following the final presidential debate of 2020. Tonight was Donald Trump's very last chance to make his closing argument. Please ignore what he's like and everything he's ever done. And I'll tell you, if he pulled it off in tonight's brand new, last ever segment,
the 2020 presidential debates. Old man slap fight 2. Slap harder. The pursuit to mute the brute.
Blah, 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 blah. Blah, 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 blah.
he's fine. Now, having seen tonight's debate, there are two things.
No!
No! Get out of here! Back! Back! It's impossible to keep him off the furniture. Tonight had its ups and downs, but the highlight for me was that we'll never have to watch Donald Trump debate ever again. Counting the 2016 Republican primary, we've watched him do that 16 times. It's excruciating. It's like dental surgery. And tonight was like getting our last wisdom tooth taken out. Yes, it hurt. And yes, we can still taste the blood in our mouths. This is also the last chance for Trump to be seen by millions of eyeballs for free, and that's important because he's hurting for cash. It's drying up. In recent weeks, his campaign has pulled millions of dollars in planned television ads aimed at voters in Midwestern states, including Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Ohio, and Iowa. After tonight, his best hope for free advertising is standing on a street corner with one of those flippy arrows. In the lead up to the debate, the president's advisors pleaded with him to be softer. Soft he can do. I've seen the man in tennis shorts. But did it help? Tonight's moderator, Kristen Welker, did a great job. She started by reminding everyone of the rules.
At the beginning of each section, each candidate will have 2 minutes uninterrupted to answer my first question. The debate commission will then turn on their microphone only when it is their turn to answer, and the commission will turn it off exactly when the 2 minutes have expired. But on behalf of the voters, I'm going to ask you to please speak one at a time.
Okay, why are we pretending this is for both of them? The rule only applies to one guy. This is like Mayor McCheese holding a town hall and starting out by saying, remember, nobody burgle any hamburgers, please. She kept them on subject admirably. The first subject was Trump's catastrophic COVID response, which, of course, was a subject he didn't want to touch, which is why earlier this week his campaign manager sent a letter to the debate commission complaining about the topics for not being focused more on foreign policy. Oh, I have a non-COVID question on foreign policy. How come other countries won't let us go there anymore? Trump says that we're going to get a vaccine, and he'll give it to everyone faster than any experts have predicted.
I think my timeline's going to be more accurate. I don't know that they're counting on the military the way I do, but we have our generals lined up, one in particular that's the head of logistics.
There's one particular general. He's very good at logistics. Also great at car insurance, and he knows Shaq. Who will I will have, and yes, I didn't make a mistake. I don't make mistakes. It's a live show. How can I make a mistake? What I'm trying to say is, Shaq, good friend of mine, I will have Shaq dunk the vaccine right into your veins, but I meant to say, who will have. We are live, right? Yeah, all right, okay, good. The president had numbers, even if the numbers didn't always make sense.
99.9 of young people recover.
Why do you keep bragging about how young people are safe? You know old people are the ones that vote, right? Granny, I need you to vote for me like it's the last thing you'll ever do, which, fun fact, it might be. I will have. Trump said a lot of lies tonight, including about the city I'm in right now.
If you go and look at what's happened to New York, it's a ghost town. It's a ghost town.
Mr. President, when you come to New York, those aren't ghosts on the street. Those are people booing you. Trump talked about the #1 scourge of the pandemic, dining restrictions.
When you talk about plexiglass, these are restaurants that are dying. Putting up plexiglass is unbelievably expensive. You're going to sit there in a cubicle wrapped around with plastic.
Yeah, Trump doesn't want to be wrapped in plastic. It kills the feeling. And if it breaks, you wind up with an Eric. The subject then turned to foreign election interference. And when Biden answered, he chose his words carefully.
We are in a situation where we have foreign countries trying to interfere in the outcome of our election. His own national security advisor told him that what is happening with his buddy, I will. His buddy, Rudy Giuliani.
Incidentally, I will, is also what Rudy said to himself in that hotel room. Regarding personal taxes, Biden distinguished himself from Trump.
I have released all of my tax returns, 22 years. Go look at them.
Maybe later. I mean, I hate watching Trump, but not enough to read 2 decades of itemized Amtrak tickets. When Trump tried to paint Biden as corrupt, the VP hit back with this zinger.
Release your tax return or stop talking about corruption.
Bam! You just got audited, Jack. Put that in your W-2 and deduct it. Come on! Trump also said, oh boy, I will love. Trump also said that the information about his tax returns was misleading.
I prepaid my tax. Over the last number of years, tens of millions of dollars I prepaid.
I also prepaid Stormy Daniels to shut up months before she spanked me. It's an installment plan. Trump tried to defend his personal finances.
I have many bank accounts, and they're all listed, and they're all over the place. I mean, I was a businessman doing business.
Trump sounds like 3 kids stacked in a trench coat pretending to be an adult. I'm like a businessman doing business. I love office and eat taxes with my coffee. 3 tickets for the booby movie, please. Then, in response to Trump's attacks on Biden's family, it finally happened.
There's a reason why he's bringing up all this malarkey.
Boom! The first malarkey of the night. Hold on, let's just check my punch card here. I've got the frequent malarkey card right there. That's #1. 5 more, and I get a free sub. Biden unveiled some big news about health care.
What I'm going to do is pass Obamacare with a public option. It'll become Bidencare.
Yes, Bidencare. It's just like Obamacare, but I'm going to guess way better dental. Welker asked Trump what he wanted to have to replace Obamacare, and here was his answer.
So I'd like to terminate Obamacare, come up with a brand new, beautiful health care.
Oh, hold on. I don't want to miss any details. Beautiful health care. And that's it. Okay, that's all. Okay. Thank you. Trump tried to call Biden's blue-collar roots in Scranton, Pennsylvania into question.
He doesn't come from Scranton.
Did he just show me the long-form birth certificate, Joe Biden? Where do you think Joe's from? Nairobi's big Irish Catholic neighborhood? Then Welker turned to the tragedy of the 545 children who the Trump administration took from their parents at the southern border.
The United States can't locate the parents of more than 500 children. So how will these families ever be reunited? Do you have a plan to reunite the kids?
Yes, we're working on it we're trying very hard.
Well done, Mr. President. You managed to summon all the urgency and resolve of a guy looking under the couch for the TV remote. Trump then did an insane thing and tried to defend the border detention centers for kids.
They are so well taken care of. They're in facilities that were so clean.
Yes, they stole the children, but the warehouse they store them in is so clean you could eat off the floor, which they do because there's no furniture. Trump seemed to get spooked as the night went on and started playing some of the classics like Immigrants Are Scary.
Catch and release is a disaster. A murderer would come in, a rapist would come in, a very bad person would come in.
Immigrants are murderers and rapists. Trump's closing with the line he opened this entire nightmare with. Jim, let's complete the circle. Goodbye, sir. See you at the tribunals. Then Trump made a pretty audacious claim about his track record on race.
I am the least racist person. I can't even see the audience because it's so dark.
There are all kinds of black people and Mexicans hiding out there in the dark. Could be, I don't know, plotting and planning, waiting to pounce, and I wouldn't even know because I'm so not racist. Then Biden gave an impassioned closing argument.
I represent all of you, whether you voted for me or against me, and I'm going to make sure that you're represented. I'm going to give you hope. We're going to move. We're going to choose science over fiction.
Science over fiction, hope over fear, eggs over easy. Sorry, freedom makes me hungry. Who wants to get the early bird at Denny's? Moon's over my hammy. Rooty tooty, rich and fruity. That's IHOP, right? Well, that's a huge international incident. Of course, the big question, who won the debate? Dr. Jill Biden with an amazing match and mask and dress ensemble. I'm sorry, I'm just a sucker for floral prints, or at this point, any kind of coordinated plan. And that's that. The final presidential debate. And Americans have a tough choice to make now. Do they vote for Joe Biden on November 3rd? Or do they vote for him early? Because the ultimate mute button is in your hands.
Blah, 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 blah,
No!
blah, blah,
Go
blah,
away!
blah, blah,
Stop,
blah,
get
blah.
back! We got a great show for you tonight. New York Governor Andrew Cuomo is here. Stick around.